officially 2023, which means we are going to go over how to be successful on TikTok this year. Things are constantly changing with social media platforms, especially TikTok. So we need to have a plan and a strategy based on the year that we're in. In this video, I'm gonna lay out steps that you should be doing and things that you should be considering when looking to grow your account even further or start a brand new account. First things first, I want it to be known that TikTok is not a race. It's not a sprint. We wanna be in this for the long game. If we think about our favorite creators and people that we look up to on these platforms, they have been doing this for quite some time. This shouldn't be discouraging. I want you to see this as an opportunity for you to start today, and you're only going to get better from here on out. With TikTok's virality, it has painted this picture of overnight success, and that all of a sudden people have 100,000 followers, when in reality, they've been creating content for months. We're on another platform and came over to TikTok. If you've tried this in previous years or you feel like you're at a plateau right now, I want you to remind yourself that success on TikTok isn't defined just by the number of followers you have, the amount of viral videos you have, or defined by the last video that you posted. If you're new to my channel, I'm Sky, a TikTok coach and strategist. I help creators of multiple niches grow their TikTok accounts, gain leads and clients from TikTok, and or work with their favorite brands. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today I'm gonna walk you through the steps that you should be implementing in 2023 to reach your goals on TikTok. So first things first, I mentioned this word goals over and over in this last few minutes of this video. That's what you need to do first, is define your goal with TikTok. I don't want this just to be a follower number, having a viral video. I want this to be something that you can achieve based on the work that you put in. These goals are going to look something like increase engagement over the next 30 days, post double the videos that I did last month, be consistent with a niche, widen my variety of videos, do more research on my industry and or niche, get better at my filming skills, do more original content and or talking videos, and anything of that nature. Things that you have control of. If we're constantly basing our goals off a number of followers or a certain amount of views on the next video, we're gonna tie our emotions and our happiness and our success on this platform on simply a number. When in reality, if you set goals like we just spoke about, those other things will follow. And a goal that you need to add to this list no matter what is committing to getting better each day by adapting. With TikTok, adapting is the #1 superpower that you can have as a creator that will set you apart from other creators. In the last couple of months, I've introduced these things called carousels or photo sliders. If you're adapting to this new update and implementing it within your strategy, you're ahead of other creators. If you're going live often with your community and engaging with them, if you see a certain video format working for you, you think, how can I adapt this into my strategy consistently so I can keep this engagement up and I can keep my community, my audience happy while still enjoying to create the content. Setting goals that you are in control of is the #1 thing you're going to do. Pro tip, if you want to keep yourself accountable, comment them down below so everybody else that's in the same position can connect there in the comments. Now, #2, I want you to define the topics that you are going to focus on within your content. Is this fashion? Is it fitness? Is it cleaning? Is it being a hairstylist? A real estate agent, a business coach? Define who you are and how you're gonna show up on this platform. Then I want you to think of different characteristics, personality traits, or things that you know in terms of knowledge that set you apart from other people. The last thing that people wanna see is the same content day in and day out. I see so many creators making the mistake of just copying things that work from other creators. But if somebody's already following that initial creator that creates that content and harnessed it, made it theirs, and you're just copying and pasting it into your life, there's no reason for them to follow both of you. You need to find the thing that makes you unique and what you're gonna offer to your audience that, to your knowledge and what you've seen, somebody else isn't doing. Here's a couple ways that this can be seen. I saw a recent vlog, which was just like any other vlog, but the difference was the title of the vlog and what this creator was leaning into. It was the Living Alone Diaries. This allows that creator to have a community of people who are either nervous to live alone, living alone and feeling the same ways, or just love following along with the storytelling that this creator is offering to them. It's not just another vlog on their profile because this now has a story to it. If you're a real estate agent and you have a really great sense of humor that you don't get to show in your content often, if you can do walkthroughs of a house and do a voiceover and add your humor in there, or in your videos where you're educating your audience on what they should or shouldn't be doing when they're buying a house, add little jokes in there, make it lighthearted, that's gonna make you stand out as a creator. And this isn't to say that nobody else is doing that, but people are gonna recognize your humor, your personality, mixed with the niche and the topic that you're consistently talking about, and they're more likely to remember you and want to be a part of that community. #3, now we're gonna get to the planning. Map out what kinds of videos that you're gonna start implementing within your strategy. I recommend starting with as many as possible, especially if you're brand new to TikTok. Voiceovers, talking to the camera, trends, tutorials, using the green screen, the carousels. There are so many different types of formats on TikTok. If you can use them all, use them all. Because this is gonna give you the opportunity to test what your audience likes best and what you like to create best. Because both of those things are very important. And just another tip here, what would make it even better is if you tie certain certain topics to a type of video. So for example, in the beginning of my TikTok journey, I would always do tutorials because I love editing, and 90% of the time they're based on transitions. So I wasn't just doing tutorials on everything I did as a social media expert, but my tutorials were simply tied to the transitions or editing tips. And then my educational videos sitting in front of the camera were about strategy. And then my green screen videos were about planning. So people really knew what to expect when it came to my profile. And they were able to identify, even if they didn't remember what I looked like or wasn't in the same location, who I was based on the topic and the format of video. Number 4, I want you to schedule 2 days out of the week that you can spend at least 15 minutes on TikTok. This is not to start comparing yourself to other creators. This is simply to identify certain trends that are going on the platform, if there's any new features that you can be using, sounds to edit your vlogs to, or to add to your new house tour, really just to stay up to date with what's going on. I stand by my rule of create more than you consume. The second that you're consuming more than you're creating, you're gonna start paralyzing your creative process. Number 5 is to keep things consistent. Everywhere from topics to the amount that you post. Just like we talked about in the beginning, it's super important to set a reasonable amount of videos that you wanna post per week. If you start to get quicker and better at content creation, which is the goal as time goes on, it's not to reduce the amount of time that you create content, but possibly push out more content in the same amount of time that you were spending before. Number 6 is really important. Do not sacrifice quality of content for quantity of content. There should be a happy medium of both, where you can provide quality and quantity at the same time. So it's really figuring out of the formats that you tried in the videos. The last thing I want you to focus on, but certainly not least, is community. I am sure you've seen all over TikTok people saying that community is so important, which is true, because if you have a great community, you're more likely to be successful on TikTok and other platforms. I want you to focus on your community rather than your virality, because going viral is to a group of strangers that don't really care who you are and then don't continue to follow you after. Growing a community is about creating videos that relate with, provide value, or provide education for a certain type of person or similar people like them, so that they feel like they have a community within your profile. You want a community who's commenting back to each other's comments, liking each other's comments, commenting on a lot of your videos, always there to support you, give their love, provide their opinion, etc. So when you're creating your videos on a daily basis, or when you look at your profile, I want you to think, who do I want to see this video? Who is this going to help? Who am I targeting with this video? And this can be done with brands, companies, service providers, or influencers. It's not just one type of creator. I'm always gonna be a big believer in community over mass amounts of followers any day. And the reason is because I see creators make a good amount of money with great community, with maybe 100,000 followers, let's say. Because if I were to compare somebody with a great community with 100,000 followers that interacts with their community and you can tell that they're very engaged, versus somebody with like 400,000 followers getting no engagement on their videos, which can happen often, the trust level is a lot higher with this creator than this one. And that becomes important when somebody's buying from you or somebody wants to buy your product. At the end of the day, having a great community only benefits you if you want to go to another profile, create a different social media account, create another account focused on something else, create a product, offer something new, go live, and so much more. So just remember, along with all these growth strategies you hear and all the things that you can do to grow your platform, really focus on your community, respond to all comments, go live, answer questions, post for your community, and interact with them as much as possible. And since we're here talking about community, I just want to take a moment and thank you for being a part of my community. I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I am thankful for every single one of you for making this possible. So if you want more videos for content creators, whether you're a business owner, influencer, or service provider, make sure you click that subscribe button, and I will be coming out with videos every single Thursday. See you in the next video.